When you look at the night sky filled with stars, have you ever wondered what a star is? Walk outside on a clear day and say, "Hello," to our very own star, the sun. But don't ever look directly at the sun. You may damage your eyes. The sun is very big. Imagine this large circle is the sun. Then the little dot will be the size of the earth. Of course, the earth is not this close to the sun, but still. The sun seems small when we look at it because it's very far away. The sun is 93 million miles away from Earth. If somehow, you could fly an airplane to the sun, it would take you 26 years. How old would you be when you got to the sun? How old would you be when you got back? What we do get from the sun would be the heat and life necessary for us to live. Without the sun, the earth would be a big frozen ball of ice. The sun is important to us because we need its warmth and its light. Scientists also study the sun to learn more about the Earth's weather and climate. NASA helps us learn more about the sun by sending satellites into space to study space weather. Perhaps one day you can work for NASA too. Background information. The science connection to this activity: the sun, our very own star, lights up the daytime sky and gives us warmth, just as the nighttime stars give the sky a special beauty. The ultraviolet sensitive beads used to make the bracelet today contains a color changing pigment that changes color when UV radiation from the sun touches it. In addition to heat and light, which is what we need, the sun also releases ultraviolet rays that we cannot see. They're invisible, but we must still protect ourselves from them, or they can cause skin cancer in humans with lighter skin. Possible discussion points for this activity that you can initiate with your group in exchange for awarding them coins would be the following. Is the sun a star or a planet? Is the color of the sun yellow or orange? Is the sun larger than Earth? Does the sun feel cold or hot? How do you know that the sun is hot? Name 3 things the sun releases. Which of those 3 things can be bad for humans? What does UV stand for? How can we protect ourselves from UV radiation? The answer to all of these potential questions that you can pose as a wrap up to your lesson can be found within the activity packet, which was attached to your work request email. We implement a gamified, competition-friendly environment via a coin system. So after greeting your group, you can start the coin system. Your introduction can include, "Greetings, everyone, from Eurostem Education. We are excited to be here enjoying a STEM Fun Day with you today. My name is blank, insert your name here. I hope you are ready for a STEM-tastic time. Today, you will work in teams to earn coins for answering questions and participating. The team with the most coins will win a treat at the end of the session. I will give each team a cup to collect their coins in. If you would like, you can assign a team leader to be in charge of the coins and to ensure that the coins are not taken or lost and seen. So you will receive a container of coins. That container will be inside of your STEM kit. The coin container needs to be collected at the ending of the session. Also, you will receive a pile of plastic cups that all have planets and moons on the cups. As you can see here, you have Saturn, Titan, Neptune, and Europa. Throughout your day, students, as they answer questions, coins will be collected inside of the cups for answering questions correctly. The team with the most coins will be able to redeem, hence Yeru's sweet treats, at the ending of the session. Make sure to collect these cups and coins at the ending of the session so that you can use them with other groups throughout your day. Okay, so here you'll see a collection of all materials that you will receive for or within your STEM box for your activity. That STEM kit will contain a NASA Home and City flyers, as well as a solar system poster board. Now, these are not necessarily a part of the core components of the activity, but they are visuals for kids to take a look at during the session. So, some kids are auditory, some kids are visual learners. So this gives the kids an opportunity to take a look-see in case they finish early. They can start browsing at different parts of the solar system, as well as taking a closer look at the sun. Your STEM kit will also contain coloring pages that will be left with the site. Other visuals within your kit would be the image of the sun. So you'll have a yellow sheet that you'll see here. Now this is your cheat sheet as the instructor. But if you take a look-see here, all the tape for all tables, you'll actually have a blank sheet that will be given to students. There'll be enough copies for all students to take a look at per group. So you will have a group set of the following sheet that you'll see on the screen displayed before you. So if you have a group of 20, you'll have a set of 20 of these sheets for the students to follow along with you. Also within your kit will be pipe cleaners, containers. You'll have a type of SPF sunscreen. You'll have solar glasses, scientific cups, as well as your UV beads. These, you'll receive 2 containers of the ultraviolet beads, which is the superstar of our activity today. In your STEM kit, you receive pipe cleaners. Super simple. Students will get a cup and a pipe cleaner. We have Fisher Scientific cups for kids. They're going to fill the cup with 30 beads. Kids might not need all 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, one overboard. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 30 beads in the cup. They may not need all the beads. Kindergarten through second grade likely will not need all the beads because they have a smaller wrist. Their wrist size is a lot smaller, and because of that, they will wear a smaller bracelet. So the children at the end will fit the beads to size. You will then instruct kids to start stringing the beads onto the pipe cleaner. Now, kids are not going to do this. They're not going to take the beads and just pour them out on the table because that will cause beads to fly everywhere. Please instruct kids to keep the beads in their cups. Beads begin to roll and it will become an issue. So kids will begin to string the beads onto the pipe cleaner as such. This will continue. You want to have kids string all of the beads onto the pipe cleaner. Continue until all 30 beads are strung onto the pipe cleaner. Then kids will bring the pipe cleaner around their own wrist. As such, the pipe cleaner will be fitted around their own wrist and it'll be tightened so that kids can make a bracelet. Super simple, right? Yes. Now, of course, I didn't place all 30 beads on the pipe cleaner for time's sake for the video, but you will have kids string all 30 beads and then they will fit it as accordingly. Kids can actually get a partner, a shoulder buddy, which will be the person next to them to help them twist the bracelet around their wrist to get the best fit. Inside of your kit, you'll have blue containers that look like these. So you'll receive these actual blue containers or a container in general. You might have white, you might have red or blue. These containers will be the containers where you as the instructor will add beads and place at each table. Kids will remove the beads from this container to grab 30 to place inside of their small containers. So, once again, you'll have your large stock, 2 sets of stock beads in your kits. This is for you as the instructor. You'll have bowls or containers to place at each table, loose beads that kids will grab 30 out of to place in their own cups. You'll get a set of cups for each group, and every child will have their own cup to collect their own beads into. There's a segment in the background information where you discuss the sun briefly with children. During this time, this gives them the opportunity to earn coins. Now, this segment will not be too long because remember, this activity in total for your day will last between 20 to 30 minutes. Please take a look at your work request, which indicates how long this activity should take. Will this be a 20, 25, or 30-minute version of the lesson? What extends the lesson would be the depth of the background information and the depth of the follow-up discussion. These 2 segments can be reduced down to make this activity a 20-minute activity, or it can be extended with further discussion to make it a 30-minute activity. You'll just take a look on your work request and it indicates how long this activity should be within your full activity day for each session. But within your background discussion, there's a segment where they talk about the size of the sun. And if you imagine the sun as a large circle, on the sheet, the sun is the large white circle, as you'll see here on your answer sheet, and the small dot is a scale representation of planet Earth. And this is an actual scale model of the sun compared to the Earth. The sun is 99 times larger than the entire solar system, and definitely 99 times larger than the Earth. So with that said, we should be able to place at minimum 100 or at least 99 dots inside of the large circle. So if we can place 99 dots inside of the large circle, that lets us know that the sun is at minimum 100 times larger than planet Earth. And that's what this image represents, and it's a powerful image in conveying that concept to students. In your kit, you'll find NASA solar sunglasses. These are super cool. Kids will take these outside to explore and take a up and close look at our sun, Sol. Make sure during this segment that you remind kids that they are never to look at the sun directly without solar glasses. So they have solar filters added within their composition. Those solar filters actually filters out a lot of the harmful light that would damage the retina or lens of our eyes, making them safe to use and safe to look at the sun through. Really cool activity. So what you'll do after kids have created their UV bracelets, you'll go outside and make the scientific connection to why are the bracelets changing color? Why are they changing color? Of course, we know, and you read during your background content information that was emailed to you with your work request, is because of ultraviolet light, right? Well, you can continue this discussion based on the content information you read and your background knowledge about ultraviolet radiation. If you're not sure about UV light, how it affects the skin, then I wouldn't advise you to go into that topic in depth. But definitely discuss with kids, based on the background information that was sent to you, the connection between ultraviolet light actually touching a pigment inside of the beads that causes the beads to change color. Now, the health concerns that you want to discuss here would definitely be observing the sun through protected solar sunglasses or solar glasses like the NASA glasses we have with us today. And also another health concern would be using the correct SPF sunscreen lotion. Ultraviolet rays have the ability to damage skin cells. And what part of the cell is damaged? The DNA, of course. So ultraviolet radiation as a ray is powerful enough to cut, splice, and damage DNA within the skin. The P53 gene, to be specific. Now, we don't go that deep in the elementary lesson, but it's just a content fact for you as the instructor. But what younger kids, K-2, can learn is the importance of sunscreen. You're never too young to start learning about health tactics and proper health. Understanding that kids should know that the lighter their skin complexion, the higher the SPF they should wear. So if you have a fairer skin complexion, you should wear a higher SPF. SPF 20 would be for darker skin complexions, 20, 25, 30. But as we get into 45, 50, up into the 90s, those higher levels are definitely needed for lighter skin complexions. So if you have a darker skin complexion and you're wearing a high SPF, no problem. You have added protection. The problem comes in when you perform the inverse of that action, meaning a lighter skin complexion not wearing enough SPF is the problem, and that's where you're unprotected from the sun's damaging and harmful ultraviolet rays. During that discussion, you can, if you have the time, you can reiterate that the sun releases many things in our solar system. Many of those things come to Earth. With a kindergarten through second grade group, you'll talk about the sun releases light so that we can see, heat to keep us alive, and the ultraviolet rays that are released are actually, of the three things, the harmful thing that the sun releases. The NASA Home and City placards will be placed at all tables during your session. These placards are allowed to stay at the site, so you don't have to grab these up as you move from room to room or as you move between each session or prepare for the next incoming session. These are great interactive components that kids can actually continue to explore even after their STEM day has concluded with us.